Just as the 2022 FIFA World Cup playoff between Nigeria and Ghana is still very fresh in our mind, of course, another Jollof Derby has now been confirmed. It will be the Black Galaxies against the Chan Eagles of Nigeria in the final qualifying round for the 2023 Chan tournament that will be taking place in Algeria. On that note, I welcome you to another wonderful football show on Niger Superfans Forum. My name is Olafemi Ashalu. And today on the show, of course, charity begins. I will be talking about the Federations Cup in Nigeria, which has overshadowed the campaign for the Chan Eagles. Remember that I just told you that Nigeria will be facing Ghana in the final round of the Chan tournament. So campaign has not begun because, of course, the Federations Cup that was supposed to have ended with the 2022-2023 Premier 2021-2022 Premier League season has now dragged into clubs preseason. So that is not a sweet song right here in Nigeria. And of course, we'll be taking a trip to Ghana. A lot of Ghanaians are disappointed with the fact that Arsenal snubbed Thomas Partey for the captaincy role. Of course, Arsenal have now named Odegaard as their new captain. And of course, as also we take a trip to South Africa, where Benni McCarthy has joined the Manchester United coaching crew. We'll be looking at all of those on the show today. And as usual, I have James Agberebi and Kaido Gundare in the studio. Guys, you're welcome. Yeah. And happy new month.
I wish you the same.
So, gradually, the year 2022 is packing its bags gradually. Okay, let's begin. I'll start with you, James. Chan Eagles, last week we were here, we talked about it, and it's now been confirmed the Black Galaxies will be facing the home-based Eagles. Yeah. But of course, we know that is not the main story. We already knew that we will likely face Ghana. But campaign, James, for the Chan Eagles, we don't even know when campaign will even begin.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. It's Nigeria, the way we do our thing. Unfortunately, you just have to say the truth. I mean, you know that you're going to play qualifier, and everything points to the fact that you might likely meet Ghana, which has been confirmed now, and nothing. The players are not even in camp. And the Ghanaians they've been warming up, played 2 games now, and I believe they are going to play maybe a friendly game before they face Nigeria. So it is what we've been talking about. The football authorities, they don't care about how football is being run in this country. I mean, you have the calendar has been drawn for how long now, and you don't even have any players. And now we have the Federations Cup.
Just in round of 32.
Everything, and you still have a long way to go. And you know all these clubs now, they want to them, their assignment is even more, to them is more important than whatever national team assignment, because they want to keep their players on. So I mean, I don't know, we keep saying this now, we keep doing the same thing all over again. You know, so I don't know, it's sad. It's sad that we've gotten ourselves, we've got to this stage that at this point we cannot even do the basic things. We are struggling with the basic things. I mean, if Ghana should win, I hope nobody will come out and say rubbish, my language. I mean, because everything now is so glaring that this team is going to lose. I pray they don't lose, but the way things are, they are going to lose, and there's not anybody going to do about it.
Before we came on set, we practically had to hold Kayode back because he was. I've never seen that level of anger. Kayode, thank God you can smile now.
Listening to you, people might be tempted to believe what you are saying. Those who know me know I'm a very, very gentleman.
But Kayode, let's put it as it is. August 28th is the first leg against the Black Galaxies, and campaign, we don't even know when campaign will even begin. Kayode, the Federations Cup that was supposed to end with last season has dragged. They just entered into the round of 32, Kayode, and with the same set of players that were supposed to be in camp to prosecute this game against the Blaster. Kayode, how did we degenerate into this level of mediocrity in football?
Well, let me be honest with you. It didn't start today. This has been a pattern over a long period of time. You see this in the way and manner they have downgraded the Chan competition, which is supposed to actually be the best way to showcase your domestic league. I've always told people that the best way to rate our players is not even the AFCON, it is the Chan, because it is the best measurement of how improved or otherwise your league is. Because your home-based players play in your leagues. You understand? So those who you are going to select are players based in the domestic league, no foreign-based player will be allowed in the CHAN competition. So that is a measurement of how good or bad you are. That's why at the last CHAN, we were beating Black and Blue by Guinea. Togo were holding us, all this up and down. You know, it shows that we cannot. The best way to develop is not to continue to rely on. We have players in Manchester United, we have players in Arsenal, we have players in Chelsea. That is not the best measurement. So what happens when those clubs, like we saw at the last AFCON, when they decide to hold on to their players, they don't allow them to come. You do not have a ready-made backup plan or team. So for me, I am not expecting anything. And to be honest, I have already done what they call anticipatory absolution for the coaches. If they fail, which I strongly suspect.
But the coaches, they are also now playing down the fact that campaign has not resumed. Fidelis Echukwu and Mohamed Salisu Yusuf, they are saying that they are going to ensure they assemble the best legs.
There are no best legs anywhere, Femi. The only way you can get best legs is to get the players in camp. Or even if you are bringing Messi, Ronaldo to a team with less than 24 hours against a Ghana, without trying to necessarily hype the opposition, who have had the opportunity of playing 2 competitive games.
Before that, they've been in camp. The level of fitness has been top-notch.
Camping is even relative. You can be in camp and be playing with your teammates. But the fact that you are... I would take 2 competitive games over 6 months camping. Because when you camp, whatever you do is still...
That determines your level of fitness.
That's it. But when you play competitive games, it shows that you have imbibed what the coaches have been telling you for the past 6 months that you've been in camp. 1, then 2, it allows the coaches to see who has been able to translate what they have taught them off the pitch on the pitch. So if they have to make adjustments, they will know that, okay, with the benefit of hindsight, that, okay, when we play the first leg, this person did this. Okay, maybe he's not even good as a winger that we taught previously in training. So let's play him in attack. Oh, we are playing Nigeria now. Because we played this team and they played like this, let's also play. It gives the coaches enough wiggle room. And when you have not done that, it is an insult to the opposition when you think you can just assemble players with a week or thereabout to just stroll into camp, then come and play Ghana. We are not talking about Seychelles. We are not talking about Sao Tome and Principe. With no
when they are even aware of the rivalry they are even aware of the rivalry.
So for me, we already know who to hold responsible if this team fails. And except they are just being unnecessarily optimistic.
So who should we hold responsible? We didn't qualify for
the federation.
Who did you hold anyone responsible?
See, this will not last. And thankfully, we can already see the light at the end of the tunnel, because this federation would terminate by the special grace of God in September.
Why by the special grace of God?
We have to put special grace of God because this is a pestilence that I do not wish on Nigeria's worst enemies. This federation led by Amaju Pinnick should not happen to anybody. It has happened to Nigeria. We pray that. I told you something a couple of days ago, Femi. I said we will not even begin to understand the level of fraud that this administration
has left.
In another 5, 6, 7 years. That's when we'll begin to understand the depth of how. Femi, in which country of the world do you see people domestically finish before they start the FA Cup? Tell me one country in the world.
Nigeria.
That's what I'm saying. I said apart from Nigeria.
Okay.
Don't get me started.
Okay, let me come to the games. The Black Galaxies coach, Arno Walker, I said he's not focused on Nigeria. Not yet beginning camp for the clash now. But he said he's focused on qualifying Ghana for the CHAN tournament because they've missed the past 3 editions. And of course, we could see the readiness in their home and away game against the Squares of Benin. 3-0 in Ghana, then 1-0 in Cotonou.
Yeah.
So, do you think Arno Walker will want to capitalize on Nigeria's failure to even prepare for this time?
Well, for me, he knows that he knows the importance of playing against Nigeria, and for him to say he's not really focusing, I think he's just trying to play down the pressure, tension, and everything. For me, the only thing that I feel Nigeria will get out is just sheer luck, the rivalry thing. You know, when in a derby, you know, form books thrown out the window. That's the only thing we can bank on. You know, so
does that sink out in this situation? When you're not even fit.
That's why I know. That's why I'm saying. Okay, the Ghanaian team we played at the playoff.
Yeah.
If you're going to judge them by the AFCON competition, the one in Cameroon, you give it to Nigeria, but you also what happened.
Of course.
So to me, that was the only way Nigeria can get anything out of this game. But if it's based on what we've seen about the Ghanaian team who took out Benin Republic, I mean, it's a one-way ticket for Ghana. So for me, he's just trying to play it down. He doesn't want to like put pressure on his players. So for me, I think Ghana will get the edge in this one.
Yeah. Because I know a lot of people say Nigeria is not Benin Republic. The last time we played the champion qualifiers against this Benin Republic, we struggled to overcome. I think James covered that game in Cotonou.
Yeah, we lost
in
Cotonou.
In Cotonou.
Yeah.
You covered that. I remember you covered that game for us. So it shows we struggled to overcome this Benin Republic. I just want to put it in context that Benin is not just Benin.
Because that is the excuse of people who
that's the excuse of Nigeria is not Benin now, that Ghana can beat Benin. We did not beat them home and away. They beat us 1-0 and we qualified by beating them 2-0.
Yeah.
I think Sikro Alimi and one other person scored there before we were able to overcome them. So you have to put Ghana's victory in context that they did well in order to beat
comprehensively 4-0 aggregate
decisively. So I don't want anybody to come and be justifying that we are not Benin Republic, Ghana cannot beat us home and away. Says who?
God, even your outfit shows that you're ready for a fight this morning.
I'm coming from church.
Okay, still stay with you, Kayode.
Yeah.
Rivers United have pulled out of the Confederations Cup. They're saying, don't come and use your reggae to destroy our blues. They said they already have their preseason program drawn out. That means that highest goal scorer in the Nigerian 2021-2022 Premier League, Chijioke Akuneto, might likely not even play in this tournament.
Yeah.
Because if he goes with Rivers to Spain for their preseason, do you get what I'm saying? So you can even say that we're already losing our even best before we even begin camp.
I think that reminds me, after this program, I'm going to put a call to Barrister Chris Green, the chairman of Rivers United, to thank him for that decision.
Of pulling out of that.
Pulling out of the. Let's put it. There's something they call a cost-benefit analysis. What is the benefit? What is the cost of participating?
Producer, see, honestly, I have no hand in this.
What is the cost and what is the benefit of participating in the FA Cup? Now, like I said earlier, you have refused to play the FA Cup pari passu with the league,
season.
So that in the season, the FA Cup final is supposed to be the grand finale of the season. That will come like a week after the regular
the final season, game of the season.
Final game of the season. Now you didn't do that. You are waiting until after everybody has played. The players are already in holiday mood before you stay. They should be traversing all over the country to go and play the FA Cup. One. Then if you are going to do that, what is the end point? What do they stand to gain? The FA Cup winners medal. If they win, that's a big if. Now if they do, what is the monetary benefit for them? Does it outweigh how much they are going to spend? No, I can't remember the last time any FA Cup winner got anything. The last time a winner got, I think, was 5 million. It will take more than 5 million to prosecute one game for them. So they would look like, why would we waste 5 million times 4 or 5 games to win the FA Cup, which is not even certain, when we can already go on our own pre-season schedule and get ready for the task at hand, which is to play in the continent. And by
they are already going to
play the Champions League. So if they win the FA Cup, all they can do is the Confederation Cup, which they cannot even play. So for me, it's a very, very reasoned, balanced decision without emotions. And for that, I salute Barrister Green for taking that decision, and Rivers United for not joining this charade, not joining people to fool themselves.
So Fidelis Echukwu and Salisu Yusuf, they have their jobs cut out for them in this chance.
Hopefully they will get through, but hope doesn't buy Gary in the market. You have to have money.
Especially facing Ghana.
Yes.
The say change is constant, but in Nigeria, the kind of change that we see, it's really, really laughable. For this kind of stories, it's what we should, all cover our heads in shame and bow our head in utter disgrace, because like James said, the calendars have been drawn now. So why wait on this? Why wait till this time before you have to play the Confederations Cup? Well, I think it is better. They are still investigating the Ijebu United and Remo Stars match-fixing penalty shootout, and of course, so a lot to talk about. When we quickly go on this very, very break, we're about to talk about Thomas Partey, the snub at Arsenal. He was on the line to be given the captain's band, but unfortunately, the club decided to give it to Martin Odegaard. So Odegaard will be Arsenal captain going forward. But we'll be looking at Partey. He's been with Ghana. He has shown leadership quality. How do you feel about him being snubbed at Arsenal? We'll be back. Please stay with us. Welcome back, and it's still Nigeria Superfans Forum. And to all our fans across the world, we can't thank you enough for always being there for us. Your comments, of course, they've continued to keep coming. And thank you for indicating where you are reaching us from. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, share our videos, and like we always say, if there is a football, whatever, in your country or in the part of the world where you stay, and you want us to talk about that, you think Africa can actually copy, if you're not residing on the continent, please let us know. Of course, we will give you the right time on the show. Please let James do this honor. He's an Arsenal fan. You know, Gabriel Jesus has given Arsenal so much of going into the season. He's scored about 20 goals now in the preseason. But when the chips are down, we know where everybody will be at the end of. Please don't attack me, Arsenal fans. Just being funny. James.
Yeah.
Martin Odegaard, just 23 years. And if you look at a level of experience, he even met Thomas Partey at Arsenal. But everybody was shocked, including myself, that Arsenal decided to hand the captain back to Martin Odegaard. How did that come to you?
Well, Odegaard was the captain last season. And I felt maybe the coaching crew saw, maybe they saw that, okay, he did well. That's why I decided to retain him as the captain. I think what they looked at is the age. You know, if you check out the average age of the Arsenal team now is, I think it's 24. I think he's 23,
yes.
Right? So, and again, when you look at Partey is fine. I think if Partey had been given the armband, he would have been a good choice.
Yeah,
but I think what they look at again is Partey's age. Partey is close to 30 now, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it's about 27.
It's getting close to the end.
But sorry to cut you. You look at experience. You look at leadership. He's done that with the Black Stars. He's the assistant captain. In the absence of Andre Ayew for the playoff, he captained Ghana home and away. And we saw what he did. As a matter of fact, he gave them the ticket to the 2022 World Cup.
Sometimes the age thing doesn't really count. You remember the former Ajax captain? Delete. At what age was it? They gave him he was not even up to 20 when he became the captain of Ajax, and they led them to the league title. Almost got them to the final
of Champions League.
Exactly. You know, so for me, I think maybe what they looked at was, and again, Partey's injury record. Last season, we also saw what happened with Partey. So you don't want your captain, someone that's injury prone. And maybe when you need him the most, you don't get to see your captain around.
But
so,
injury comes
even I know, but there are certain players. Remember Diaby at Arsenal. I remember before when Van Persie went to
Arsenal legend.
Exactly. You know, so sometimes I think maybe there are some of the things they looked at before now decided, okay, I would have preferred Partey because Partey is one of the finest midfielders in the Premier League today. But you know, when you look at, like I said, injuries and all those things, so I think they need somebody who is younger and who and like I said, he did well as a captain last season. So maybe that was some of the factors the coaching crew decided to say, okay, let's give it to this guy.
Sorry, even though I'm not an Arsenal fan, let me put it. See, there are two ways to select a captain. It's either the coaching crew, the backroom staff, will decide who they want to be the captain, or they allow the players to do the honor. But in all cases, the coach's decisions will be final. In this case, the Arsenal coaching staff decided they wanted Odegaard. And when you talk about experience, Odegaard is already a captain of his own national team. Too.
Yeah.
He captains
Norway.
So the same way we can have that argument for Partey captains Ghana. So as much as I would have loved Partey to be captain, sometimes being captain also carries a lot of responsibilities that some players may not be able to deal with.
Yeah.
So for me, I think I would take a Partey who plays on top of his game every week, every time, than someone who is bogged down with the responsibility of being just captain. So he doesn't have to prove anything to anybody again. At least he showed in the 2 games against Nigeria what a captain should be. He played a captain's game against Nigeria.
That's actually my own. That's my own platform for this argument.
So for me, I do not think we should look down on Party. Party doesn't have a problem in this situation now. It is the coach's decision, and we should just respect it. That they have decided who they want for captain. Along the line, anything can happen. The last 2 times, don't forget, the last 2 times Arsenal have had captains with Granit Xhaka and then Aubameyang.
You took that on my mind. I wanted to ask.
Their tenures ended abruptly.
I wanted to ask if Arteta doesn't want Lightning to strike twice. Maybe that was why he doesn't want to give it to an African anymore.
Even Granit Xhaka too. Their tenures ended abruptly.
No, not even Xhaka.
Even Xhaka even rejected. There was a game he even rejected the armband.
Because it's not everybody that can carry responsibilities. When Yekini was,
but again,
God bless his soul.
Kayode, sorry,
yeah?
But to captaining a national team is different from captaining because the club side the pressure. Will someone like Odegaard at 23 be able to carry that? Because I'm not even sure a Real Madrid. You know, he played for Real Madrid.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if a Real Madrid will ever hand the captain back to someone like Odegaard.
See, that's why I said we should be circumspect with some of these things. When Yekini was playing, God rest his soul, he runs away from the captain's band. Even when, in Nigeria, then they used to use this seniority thing.
Yeah.
That, okay, who is the next person in line? They will say, okay, give it to Yekini. Baba will say, no, he doesn't want. All I want to do is be on the field.
Why do you call him Baba?
Yekini was a Baba now. Senior.
Yeah.
I think that was what you call him.
Yes.
Baba.
Most of these teammates call him Yekin Baba. They call him Baba. So and then probably I picked that up from there. But seriously, Baba will expect you to he will say, Sonny, just send the ball, let me score. You guys can play the politics. He doesn't care.
But I think he captained the Super League once.
Just
that was Burkina Faso.
Against Burkina Faso,
Yeah.
that was a
96. 98 World Cup qualifiers.
Yes.
That was the only
and
time.
Since that experience, he never did again until he left the national team.
Yeah.
So it's not everybody that can carry that responsibility. Maybe it's not everybody that can do what you're doing here.
Yeah.
I cannot, for example. I cannot do what you are doing. You are the captain.
But just a privilege. Anybody can, really.
No, I do not agree. It's not everybody.
But not someone like Xhaka. Xhaka cannot even captain Ateba.
Xhaka has temperament.
It's too erratic.
Because he will end up throwing the captain back at Ateba.
He has temperament. He's too temperamental for me.
But not like Partey is not qualified.
No,
Qualified.
he is.
Yeah.
Like I said, they have shown it against Nigeria. He showed it against Nigeria that he plays a captain's game when the need arises. Because don't forget, let's remind our viewers in the countdown to the World Cup qualifier against Nigeria. There was a special edition where we did that we focused on Partey. Some people, including Ghanaians, were like, "Why?
It's only Partey that will play." God bless the guy. I remember that.
At the end of the 2 legs, all of them came back and said, yeah, you guys, you were right. We don't claim that we know everything, but sometimes we can tell how things are going. Yeah. So against Nigeria, Partey was the factor, not about his goal. It was the factor.
The way he held the midfield, because that game we were playing in the midfield.
Yes, the way he held everything together. That's how captains do. That's what captains do. So for me, he has shown that even if tomorrow they give him the captain's band at Arsenal, he will not be like fish out of water. We are not doubting his abilities. We are just saying the coaches have decided who they want to go with at this time. Let's just respect that and move on.
Okay, so the Oga Patapata has spoken. Let's respect Arteta's decision and just move on. But you as a Ghanaian, what do you think? Do you think Thomas Partey should have been given that captain? Because as a matter of fact, I saw a lot of arguments online. Some said he got to Arsenal before Odegaard, but like Kayode has said, let's respect Arsenal and let's see how it pans out this season. I hope that Odegaard will not be overwhelmed by that responsibility.
He got to Arsenal before Odegaard. There are other people who are there before him now, before Partey. So that's not really an argument per se.
Okay, James, Benni McCarthy. You can call him a South African legend. In his own right. By all. Yeah, he's joined Manchester United coaching crew. What do you think? We learned that United first approach, as a matter of fact, Ten Hag approached Van Persie, but Van Persie turned down that offer. But eventually, he decided to go with McCarthy, who played for Ajax, won that 2004 Champions League with FC Porto. And also has a track record as a coach, Cape Town and Amazulu.
I remember he played in the Premier League with Blackburn.
Of course. And I think he also played West Ham.
West Ham.
So, what do you think?
Yeah, it's a good one. So an African You see, you call him an South
He's
Africa. I think
he's
he's an
an
African
African
legend.
legend.
Yeah, he is.
An African legend.
He
You know,
is.
getting that kind of position, which means he's going to be the coach of Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's if he's
As a matter of fact, United brought him in order to influence the attackers.
the attackers,
the positioning and all that.
Exactly. So
I
it
love
goes,
that.
it goes to show that there's something Ten Hag saw.
Don't
in him.
procure anger of Manchester United.
No,
That
no.
Benni McCarthy will have to take Cristiano Ronaldo.
No,
They will ask Benni McCarthy how many Ballon d'Or has he
No, he doesn't
Exactly.
have
Did he
who
win?
his
No.
coaches. How many Ballon d'Ors have the coaches who are coaching
Exactly.
that we have now?
You know?
On this show, we celebrate Africa
Yeah.
and Africans. We are, like I always say, we are very happy when Africans get position.
Yeah.
Okay, this thing that James talked about, it will not.
No, it's a fact. It's a fact.
Is it
It will not lie.
It's a fact. It's a fact. You know?
Will it be the coaches of the other
They will even
strikers
say how
that
many
are-
have got title did McCarthy win?
It-
When
it's a-
was
it's
it?
a Champions League
Now
winner.
someone has won 5 Ballon d'Or.
He's a Champions League
Why
winner.
did you mention
So,
without him?
no,
Because
no.
we are not.
No, you just have to make stay the fact there.
Tell me
It's
that.
going to-
But
you know.
I
You
have
can find your way for Man U.
I did not
Man U
even think about it that way.
fans. But you can see.
But it's true.
Because he's an Arsenal fan, he's already throwing tantrum
Ah,
at
no,
United
no,
fan,
no.
even before the season
No,
starts.
it's
I
not
can't
that.
wait for this.
It's not that. You know, so it's a good, like I said, it's a good one. Coming all the way from South Africa.
Yeah,
to-
he is.
and we also have Quinton Fortune. I think it's one. Is the
Yeah.
academic coach or something?
Yeah,
So
he's
it's
also
it's
a club ambassador.
exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it goes to show that they recognize
And a lot
all
of
these
South
players.
Africans support Manchester United.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they do, and
A lot of South
you know,
Africans support
like
Manchester
I
United.
keep saying, once any of us Africans, regardless of whether it's south, west, north, whenever they do anything good, because you already start at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
So the fact that you are able to rise above all afflictions to be even if you are just a ball boy at Man U, we know what it will take before you get that
To that
position.
level.
So let alone being a
First team
coach. It's not.
So
it's
we
not
have to
something
celebrate
try
them
for. We have
every
to
time.
Celebrate Africans every time they do this. Femi, is not easy in Europe. It is. You have to have twice the talent of their own people before you get a
Yeah.
look in. You may not even get as much as their people will get.
Yeah.
That is the reality. So it is not a mean feat to get what Benny has done is not a mean feat. Forget the fact that okay, Ten Hag brought him in probably because of their previous relationship. Yeah, they knew that there was something about him before bringing him
Yeah.
in, and we should be happy.
And that's the chipping what Abedi Pele said just
Yeah.
about African doing double.
Yeah,
He said
you have
it.
to do double.
Abedi Pele said
Unless
it.
they pay.
Wow.
He said it that when he was at Marseille.
Yeah.
That's why his glaring skills and everything, he still had to do extra.
I think it was only a time I said won Champions League.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
1993.
Yes.
93,
The
yeah.
only French club that has won the
Exactly.
Champions League.
He was a key player in that. He said they had to redouble their effort just to make sure to show these people that I can do this. Because aside that, they don't even care
No,
about.
they do not.
They don't care.
You have to
Oh.
do twice the job for less the pay. So it's not a small thing for me. Coaching any coaching role at Man U is a big deal for anybody, whether you are black or white or Caucasian. But the fact that an African, Benni McCarthy, got that job is something we should
I remember
very, very happy
when
about.
Igalutu was signed by United.
Yes,
we
it was
also
a
had
big
celebrate-
thing.
the
Yeah.
celebration.
Yeah.
It was a big thing. So for me, I appreciate Benny. It's a good thing.
Congrats to him.
So,
We also hope he does well.
Yeah, we hope they do well.
They do it, yeah.
This is not about club affiliation now because when they do well, Africa
Everybody
will
will-
get
of course.
the praise. Yeah.
So all of us here at Nigeria Super Fans, we are saying congratulations to Benni McCarthy, and of course Manchester United. They did well to have looked outside of Europe to pick someone from Africa. But James, let's talk about this. The Ghana Premier League, a lot of players. There has been outflow of players. As a matter of fact, a lot of talent have been going to Europe for preseason, and as a matter of fact, the recent situation is Michael Zuo, Emmanuel Ntori, and Derek Antwi. They all play for Wafa in Ghana Premier League. They jetted out just this weekend for trials in Europe. What is it about this talent drain? I'm particularly concerned, and I'm sure all of us are. But we know what the situation is. But we can't continue to do this. Okay, we talked about Frank Etoga, the Cameroonian, who almost got the high goal scorer in the league last season. I'm sure he's close to his Sudanese move now, or there is certainty that will leave the club this season. And a whole lot of other players, James. This is what we keep seeing, particularly in this part of Africa. You don't see that in North Africa, but in the sub-Sahara, you see this happening every time.
One thing you need to understand, Femi, is that the Europeans, they know that when it comes to football, Africa, fine, we may not be getting the organization, but when it comes to talent, you find them in Africa. We have talented footballers in Africa, and the Ghanaian league have proven to us that they are right in that area. The other day we were celebrating the Cameroonian, Etunga, when he went to Udinese.
Yes.
And now this guy is coming from a club that is not even Atlantic Kotoko or House of Folk.
Yeah, Wafa.
That goes to show you that this team, they are doing so. And one thing again you need to understand is football is business. You just imagine how much the club will get from selling these guys to an European club.
Yeah.
You know, so for me it's a good thing. Fine, we always want to keep our best players, but like I said, football is big business.
So they go to Basel. We know Basel.
Yeah, Basel, Switzerland.
Yeah,
it's one of the.
Of course, Mohamed Salah grew from there.
Exactly, you know, one of the big teams in Switzerland. You know, so and they play in Europe
once in a while.
Exactly. You know, so for them to now go to even not the, like I said, one of the not the biggest teams, just one of the good teams in Ghana, and pick out players. It shows that the league is full of talented players. You can get talented players from anywhere.
Any club,
not the big teams. You know, so for me, it's a good one for them, and I hope the club, you know, the other clubs too will take it from there, and you know, because this thing helps clubs in terms of finances. So it's a good one for those players and also the club and also for the Ghanaian league.
Okay, Coyote, I know you've explained the economic side of things like this before, but how about developing the league, the league in Africa, in Ghana, in Nigeria? But we see our best going out season in, season out. So how are we going to develop?
Femi, first things first, our best players are in Europe. Africa's best players, they are in Europe because of the pay, because this is a chance to better their life circumstances. One, they have to better their families' lives and everything. Secondly, because of the facilities that they have there, you witness almost an immediate turnaround in their play and skill set, everything. But for me, the best way to do this is, one, to take football like it's more than just PR. Take football off government. Let there be private sector involvement. Once there's private sector involvement, give tax breaks to companies that, okay, you know what, if you have a team, it used to happen in the past. In Nigeria, in the 70s and 80s, up to the early 90s, 2-3 days ago, I was reminded about Trackers FC. Trackers is the transport company of Anambra State, the whole Anambra State. They had a football team. And one of my seniors in secondary school then, Senior Mike Okere, finished. He played for the Oyo State Academicals and went back to Anambra State to play for Trackers. It was a big deal then that we had somebody who was playing. Then I had another senior who played for 3SC, was the captain of my school team then, Colimo. So these are teams, privately run teams. But Johnson, there's this departmental store that had a football team. The Lagos State FA had about 4 divisions of league. Division 1, Lagos Lafa Division 1, 2, 3, 4. You understand? The environment was there for teams to grow, and this provided employment for Nigerians who would have been otherwise not employed. Almost practically all of the banks had football teams at that time. Water Corporation, Nat Bank, National Bank, Wema Bank, First Bank, Union Bank, all of them had clubs. So this has trickle-down effect on the Nigerian economy too. Because what that means is the population that is unemployed includes those who are talented as footballers. They will have employment. There's an economy that is built around match days in Nigerian stadiums, when people who sell things, they get a patronage.
Of course.
Everybody sell mufflers, sell car key holders and everything. So all of this will translate to benefit, to prosperity for Nigerians and Africans wherever they are, if we invest in the league. Femi, you cannot continue to be a production line where you just bring up players. In fact, most of these players, you don't know where they are coming from. Some of them find their way. Some go through Libya to get to Europe. The moment they get to Europe, we now start asking them to come and play for the national team. If they refuse, we
do not understand how they got there.
How they got there. You know, some of them, I know of a player. He is currently a member of the Nigerian national team, the Super Eagles. Do you know that his mother went to take a loan from all these loan sharks to sponsor his trip to Europe the first time he traveled? But when he got to Europe, God gave him a good break. He played for a couple of teams. I'm not going to mention the guy's name now on air. He is now a big boy. But the fact was, if the mother was not there to go and take the loan that took him to Europe, we would not be talking about him.
These are platforms that are already available over there.
That is the point. That is the point. So we have to first and foremost decide what we want to do, or how we want to play to develop our league. We cannot continue to just ask people to come and play, release league fixtures every year, or come and play. They play without nothing. No structures on ground for me to help players, to help officials. So for me, there's a massive wealth out there that we can tap into if we are really serious. Or else we'll just be said, see, the 3 young boys that are going from Wafa to Europe now, it will not cost the club 500,000 for the 3 of them. But you know what? Those players, once they go to Europe, to that club, they have the potential to earn millions for the club. So it's like, that's trade. That's trade, simple commerce.
All right.
That's right.
Okay, James, as we round up now, let's talk about the situation at Ashanti Kotoko. The club and Dr. Prosper, the coach, they are trying, I wouldn't say they are trying to hide what is actually happening, but the communication director, I'm talking about Daniel Obeng, he came out to say that even Barcelona went on preseason in the US without Javi. So, because Ashanti Kotoko, they are on preseason right now. As a matter of fact, they are going to Turkey. He said, so the situation at the club, we should take it as it is. So we do not even know if Kotoko have a coach right now or not. Remember last week we talked about them employing the Burkina Faso coach to the 2021 AFCON. But now it seems there are still chances that Dr. Prosper may come back to the club.
You should stop this comparison that after all, Barcelona went to. He was the coach. He was the coach of Barcelona last season. So even him not being with the team, he has
that was even because he was not granted visa.
It's not even that his job is in doubt.
Exactly.
He was not given visa. And when he was given visa, he was in the US for the El Clasico.
Exactly. No, so that comparison is not it. I mean, they should just put their house in order and set things right, because they're about and to get into the new season.
And representing Ghana in the Champions League.
Exactly. So you don't need all these distractions, all this trying to play it. No, you just have to do the right thing at the right time so that you don't go into the new season and start rushing and bring in a new coach. You now start like all over again, and the team now get into problems. So I think they should just sort it out. Okay. They're going to get a new coach, and let the club move on.
Coyote, they said until the club officially comes out, it is important that we take it as it is, according to Daniel Obeng. Coyote.
How is it that we want us to take?
That we should leave it as it is.
Unfortunately, the guy does his PR. When you say nothing,
he's a communication director. Of course, you don't expect anything less.
When you say nothing, but you couch nothing in big grammar, that's what he just did. The simple fact is, you could have even used the chant team as an excuse that he's busy with the chant team. That's why he could not be on this trip with us. Instead of all this comparison.
You have given the man expo.
Instead of comparing this with, it's like comparing apples and oranges. It's not the same.
They are both fruit too.
No, but apples are not oranges. That's what I want you to
understand. Okay. Even though they are fruits, but
even though they are both fruits, but they are not oranges. So Xavi is not the prof. The prof is not Xavi. Kotoko is not Barcelona.
Okay, guys, thank you for coming on the show once again.
Thank you.
The Premier League starts this weekend. So James and of course our producer, they are both Arsenal fans. Before we started this edition, Kadi, you know what they told us before we...
Okay, they said they are going to win the league. Okay. You guys hold them responsible if they do not, if Arsenal don't win the league at the end of the season.
Because they feel they have the savior of the world now, Jesus. So they feel that they are going to win the Premier League this season. So Arsenal will open the window this Friday as they take on Crystal Palace. So for all our African stars, I remember even in some part of Europe, the league has begun, but we'll be taking you ever closer to the action as far as, of course, the major leagues across Europe. England will be kicking off this weekend. Spain and Italy will be following suit. So all our African stars will be taking you closer to their performance as the season kicks off right there in Europe. Remember that the World Cup is very close by, just 3 months now. So every league, they want to quickly rush to see what they can do as far as they can go before the World Cup kicks in. So what do you think about issues that we've raised today, particularly the Thomas Partey issue, and of course Benni McCarthy joining the coaching crew of Manchester United to help their strikers in the new season? So what do you think? Please indicate that in the comment section, and don't forget to indicate where you are reaching us from. And for always being there, we say thank you to you. Until next time, I remain Oluwafemi Ashalu. Have a wonderful time. Au revoir.